2026 might be the most exciting year for PS5 gaming ever. So many amazing games are coming out. We're getting incredible adventures, epic action games, and brand new experiences from studios all around the world. I've got 20 games that you absolutely need to know about. Some of these are going to be absolutely incredible. Let's dive in. Alright, check this out. We're finally getting a really cool James Bond video game. And guess what? It's being made by the same people who created Hitman. That's awesome. Here's what makes it super interesting. You don't play as the famous spy James Bond we all know. Nope. You play as young Bond when he's only 26 years old. He's basically a beginner spy who has to prove he's good enough to become the real 007. It's like watching someone try out for the coolest job ever. The bad guy in the game is played by Lenny Kravitz. He's a famous musician in real life. In the game, he plays a character called Bauma, the Pirate King. And from what we've seen, he looks really mean and exciting. What I love most is how you can play however you want. Want to sneak around quietly like a ninja? You can do that. Want to run in and fight everyone? That works too. Want to talk your way past guards and trick them? The game lets you choose. The graphics look absolutely amazing. The team even created a special smoke effect just for this game. That's how much they care about making it look incredible. 007. First Light comes out on May 27th, 2026. If you've ever wanted to feel like a spy learning his skills, this game is perfect for you. Here's something really different and exciting. Blood Message is made by the team behind Marvel Rivals. They decided to create a huge adventure game set in ancient China, way back during something called the Tang Dynasty. You play as a messenger. That means you're just a regular person delivering an important message. You're traveling with your son across deserts and dangerous places. But here's the problem. A big war just started and tons of people are trying to stop you. What makes this game special is how real it feels. There are no dragons or magic powers, it's based on actual history. The game makers even worked with museums to study real objects from that time period. They wanted everything to look exactly right. The fighting looks intense and realistic. You'll use swords, fight with your fists, and sneak around enemies. It's kind of like God of War mixed with Assassin's Creed, but with that awesome Chinese movie style. The game runs on Unreal Engine 5, which makes everything look super beautiful. You'll see huge deserts, ancient temples, and cutscenes that look like real movies. Blood Message should come out in the second half of 2026. It costs $70. If you loved Black Myth Wukong and want another epic adventure, definitely watch for this one. The team that made Life is Strange is now making a space game. And wow, does Aphelion look incredible. The story takes place in the year 2060. Earth is in really bad shape. So humans found a brand new planet called Persephone at the edge of our solar system. Two astronauts named Ariane and Thomas are sent to see if people can live there. But their spaceship crashes, they get separated, and everything goes wrong. Here's the cool part. You get to play as both characters. Ariane is super athletic. She climbs cliffs, uses a grappling hook to swing around frozen areas, and runs away from alien creatures. Thomas is more of a detective. He investigates what happened and figures out how to survive. Switching between them keeps the game exciting. The planet looks beautiful, but also scary. Imagine a frozen alien world with mysteries hidden under the ice, and something dangerous hunting you in the dark. The developers even worked with the European Space Agency to make all the space stuff feel realistic. But it's not just about surviving. Ariane and Thomas also have feelings for each other, and being stuck together might help them become closer or push them apart. Aphelion comes out sometime in 2026. If you want a space adventure with an interesting story, this looks amazing. Capcom announced Pragmata way back in 2020. They kept delaying it, and then we heard almost nothing about it. But now we finally have a release date, and even better, there's a demo you can play on Steam right now. Here's the story. In the near future, humans invented something called lunafilament. It's a super special material that can create almost anything. But something bad happened at a research station on the moon. Our hero Hugh wakes up hurt and alone. Then he meets Diana, a robot who looks like a young girl but is really smart. Together, Hugh and Diana explore a creepy moon base filled with evil robots and secrets. Hugh does all the shooting with cool futuristic weapons and a jetpack. Diana does the hacking. She can freeze enemies and open locked doors with her computer brain. The demo is called Sketchbook. It shows you how to control Hugh's fighting while also using Diana's hacking powers at the same time. It's tricky at first, but really fun once you learn it. The graphics are gorgeous. Capcom worked on this game for 6 years, and you can really tell. Every robot, every hallway, every explosion looks super detailed and awesome. Pragmata comes out April 24th, 2026 on PS5. And here's great news, it only costs $60. That's less expensive than most big new games. Remember Returnal? That super hard PS5 game where you kept dying over and over on an alien planet? Well, the same team called Housemarque is back with Saros. And they decided to keep all the fun parts but fix the frustrating parts. You play as Arjun Devraj. He's an investigator checking out a lost colony on a planet called Carcosa. Something called the Eclipse has corrupted everything, and people are acting really strange or have disappeared. The combat is like an awesome action movie. Enemies shoot thousands of bullets at you, and you're dodging, blocking, and shooting back in this incredible dance of action. What's new? You have a shield that absorbs enemy attacks and turns that energy into powerful weapons. So you catch their bullets and shoot them back. Here's the big improvement. Saros has a second chance feature. If you die once, you come back to life instantly. That's going to help so much. Plus, the upgrades you earn actually stay with you even after you restart. That's huge. The story is more like a movie this time. There are cutscenes, voice actors, and a special hub area where you can talk to other survivors. Housemarque is trying to make the story just as good as the action. Saros launches April 30th, 2026, only on PS5. If you want a beautiful, exciting, and super fun shooter game, this looks incredible. Here's something really cool. The team that made The Ascent is back with a new game called No Law, and this time, they changed it from a bird's eye view to a first-person game. That's a big change. You play as Gray Harker. He used to be a soldier, but now he just wants to live peacefully and grow plants. Yes, plants. He was literally becoming a gardener, but then some bad guys ruined his peaceful life, and now he has to become a hero again. It's a classic story, but it works really well. The game takes place in Port Desire. It's a futuristic city built on cliffs right next to the ocean. There are bright neon lights everywhere, and the city doesn't have many rules. Think of a sci-fi city where almost anything can happen. What makes this game special is how much freedom you have. The developers say that if 100 people play this game, there should be 100 different adventures. You can make your own choices and change the whole story. That's amazing. The combat looks really satisfying. You get heavy weapons, cool futuristic gadgets, sneaky options, and even special boots for kicking bad guys. Sounds awesome. No Law doesn't have an exact release date yet. We just know it's coming in 2026. If you love futuristic shooter games with lots of choices, definitely keep watching for this one. This game has been making us wait for years, but finally, we have a date. September 9th, 2026, mark your calendars. Phantom Blade Zero might be one of the most stylish action games ever. You play as Soul, an elite fighter who gets blamed for something he didn't do. Now he only has 66 days to find out the truth and clear his name. Talk about a race against time. The setting is super interesting. Imagine ancient China, but mixed with steam-powered machines and futuristic technology. The developers call it Kung Fu Punk. That's martial arts plus machines plus amazing style. The combat is the star of the show. The team actually brought in real Hong Kong action movie experts to help create every single move. There are 30 different weapons to find, and each one has its own unique fighting style. Plus, you get over 20 special gadgets called Phantom Edges that you can mix and match. The action looks incredibly smooth. Here's the best part. When you're fighting a tough boss and you lose, you don't have to start the whole fight over from the beginning. You restart from where you left off. That's so much better. The main story takes about 20 to 30 hours to finish, with another 20 hours of extra missions and challenges. Phantom Blade Zero launches September 9th, 2026, and it's a PS5 console exclusive for 12 months. Chinese game developers are making some incredible games lately. Okay, here's something unexpected. A Chinese game studio is making a game about King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table, but set in modern-day London. That's such a creative idea. This game appeared during State of Play and totally impressed everyone. Here's the story. London gets invaded by scary creatures from another world. Everything falls apart. You play as Gwendolyn, who discovers she has a special power. She can summon the spirits of legendary knights to fight alongside her. Lancelot, Gawain, and all those famous Round Table heroes become your teammates. What makes the combat really cool is something called the Dual Frontline Battle System. You don't just control Gwendolyn, you control her and a knight at the same time. You can switch between them and create awesome combos together. It's like playing two characters at once. The world looks absolutely beautiful. Modern London buildings mixed and twisted with medieval castles. The River Thames flowing through ruins of both old and new buildings. And roaming around are these giant colossal knights. Massive walking bosses that are like exploration puzzles and epic battles combined. The development team is super talented. They have people who worked on Yakuza, Assassin's Creed, For Honor, and Persona. They even traveled to real London to study actual locations and historical items to make everything accurate. Tides of Annihilation should come out in late 2026. Over 30 hours of gameplay, 4 weapon types, and tons of bosses. If you loved Black Myth Wukong, this is another Chinese studio ready to show how awesome they are. The Ghost Runner team made something completely different this time. Valor Mortis is a first-person action game set during historic battles in Europe. And it looks super interesting. You play as William, a British soldier. After a big battle, something mysterious happens and he wakes up surrounded by danger. He has to fight his way through using smart strategies and quick reflexes. Here's what makes Valor Mortis different from other action games. It's entirely first person. That means you see everything through William's eyes. Every enemy feels more intense when they're right in front of you. It makes the game more exciting. The combat uses a special sword called a cutlass, and you also have an old-fashioned pistol for shooting from far away. But bullets are hard to find, so you have to use them carefully. There's blocking, dodging, and a perfect timing system that rewards you with powerful attacks. As you play, you unlock special abilities like creating fire to defeat enemies. The levels are designed like a big connected maze. That means areas linked together, you can unlock shortcuts, and there are secrets to discover everywhere. Historical figures appear in the game, but reimagined in cool, mysterious ways. The atmosphere looks really interesting. Valor Mortis comes out sometime in 2026 for PS5, Xbox, and PC. If you want an action game with a unique historical setting, this looks really fun. Team Ninja is going back to what they do best. After making other cool games like Wo Long and Rise of the Ronin, they're bringing back Nioh. Nioh 3 comes out February 6th, 2026, and it might be their biggest game yet. You play as Tokugawa Takechio. He's the grandson of a legendary leader and is supposed to become the next great shogun. But there's a problem. His jealous younger brother has teamed up with supernatural demons and wants to stop him. Classic brother rivalry, but with magic. The biggest change? 2 completely different fighting styles. The samurai style fights like classic Nioh with heavy, powerful attacks. The ninja style is totally new. It's faster, focuses on dodging, and lets you create shadow clones to distract enemies while you sneak behind them for surprise attacks. And here's the coolest part. You can switch between both styles during combat. That's incredible. Another huge change? The game is no longer just straight missions. Nioh 3 has open exploration. That means you can wander around, find side quests, discover hidden challenges, and fight optional bosses. The game world is much bigger now. Multiplayer is back too. You can explore the open world with friends in Expeditions mode. If you're playing alone, you can still summon helpers for tough fights. A demo launches January 29th, so you can try it before buying. The base game costs $70 with 2 big expansions coming through 2027. If you've never played Nioh before, this might be the perfect one to start with. It's more friendly to new players, more flexible in how you play, but still really challenging when you want it to be. Team Ninja really knows what they're doing. The creators of Little Nightmares have made a brand new game. Reanimal comes out February 13th, 2026, and it looks like a really exciting adventure. You play as 2 characters, a brother and sister, who are trying to find their missing friends on a mysterious island. This island used to be their home, but now it's changed into something very different and strange. They know this place well, which makes the adventure even more interesting. What's different from Little Nightmares? This is a full co-op game. That means you and a friend control both characters at the same time. The camera keeps you both in view, so you have to work together to solve puzzles and overcome challenges. Imagine exploring tight spaces together while solving mysteries. The island has some really unusual creatures that you'll need to avoid. One is called the Sniffer, and you'll need to be very sneaky to get past it. In the demo, you explore an old mill and have to use teamwork to progress. Here's something really cool. Reanimal has a Friends Pass feature, just like It Takes Two. That means one person buys the game and they can invite a friend to play the entire adventure for free. That's amazing for co-op gaming. Reanimal costs $40 for the standard edition or $60 for the digital deluxe with extra content included. It's also coming to Switch 2 on the same day. If you loved Little Nightmares and want a new co-op adventure, Reanimal looks really exciting. Resident Evil is celebrating its 30th anniversary with something special. Requiem takes us back to Raccoon City, and Capcom is making it their biggest celebration yet. You play as Grace Ashcroft. She's an FBI technical analyst who isn't a super soldier or action hero. She's more like a regular person, which makes the adventure feel more realistic. When surprises happen, she reacts the way normal people would. But wait, there's more. Leon Kennedy is back. Yes, that Leon. He's older now, more experienced, and ready for action. The game switches between Grace and Leon throughout the story, giving you two different adventure experiences. Here's a really cool innovation. For the first time ever in Resident Evil history, you can switch between first-person and third-person views whenever you want. Play in first-person to feel more immersed, or pull back to third-person when you want a different perspective. It's your choice. Grace is investigating mysteries at the Wrenwood Hotel. This place has a personal connection to her family, so it's not just a job. It's a personal mission to uncover the truth. There's also a challenging enemy that appears throughout the game, keeping you on your toes. Resident Evil Requiem launches February 27th, 2026. If you want a classic adventure experience with modern technology, this looks amazing. Capcom has been making great Resident Evil games for years. Here's something unique. Fatal Frame 2 is getting a complete remake. Team Ninja is updating this classic game for modern systems. It comes out March 12th, 2026. The original came out in 2003. You play as twin sisters, Mio and Mayu, who discover a mysterious village called Minakami Village. This place isn't on any map, and it's full of puzzles and mysteries to solve. Your main tool is a special camera called the Camera Obscura. This magical camera is your way to interact with the supernatural elements in the game. The interesting part is you have to get close to spirits to take the best pictures. Every encounter becomes a game of timing where you need to wait for the perfect moment. The remake adds so much. Enhanced graphics that look incredible. Better sound design so you can hear things moving around you. New gameplay features where you can hold Mayu's hand to help each other. And if she stumbles, you help her up while continuing your adventure. There's even a brand new ending with an original song created just for this remake. At $50 for the standard edition, this is an interesting adventure for people who like mystery games. The Fatal Frame series is known for its unique camera gameplay mechanic. If you like puzzle-solving games with a supernatural mystery theme, Fatal Frame 2 offers something different. Pearl Abyss made Black Desert Online, a really successful online game. Now they've spent 7 years building Crimson Desert and it just went gold. That means it's finished and ready. March 19th, 2026. This is the open-world game to watch. You play as Cliff, leader of a group called the Greymanes. The continent of Pywell is in trouble after its king fell into a deep sleep. Everyone's competing for power. Your job is to find your scattered friends and bring everyone together against the challenges threatening the land. The size of this game is incredible. The playable area is at least twice the size of Skyrim. The total map is bigger than Red Dead Redemption 2. And it's not just empty space. There are busy cities, frozen areas, hot deserts, thick forests. Each region feels unique and full of life. Combat is inspired by fighting games. You create combos, switch between weapons during fights, and battle bosses that are genuinely massive. There's horseback combat, dragon riding, cliff climbing, and gliding through the air. The movement options are amazing. Pearl Abyss built their own special engine called Black Space specifically for this game. They wanted complete control over every detail, and it shows. This game looks absolutely stunning. There's fishing, cooking, side quests everywhere, puzzles hidden in secret places. If you've been wanting a massive single-player adventure without online requirements, Crimson Desert delivers. Pre-orders are available now. There's a collector's edition with a 17-inch statue if you want something special. The standard edition is the usual price. PS5 pre-orders get an exclusive armor set. When Crimson Desert launches, make sure you have plenty of time to play. This one is going to be huge. Korean game developers are creating amazing games, and Mudong Two Hearts might be one of the most unique games on this list. It's a tactical stealth action game set in Korea. That's not a setting we see very often. The story is interesting. North and South Korea have signed a peace treaty. Everyone is celebrating. But then, mysterious attackers interrupt the ceremony. everything becomes chaotic. You play as two different characters. Ji Jongtae is a North Korean special forces agent sent south as part of the new peace agreement. He's in an unfamiliar place trying to help. The other character is Gabi, a K-pop star who somehow holds important information about what's happening. The gameplay switches between these two perspectives. With Jongtae, you get military-style stealth action. With Gabi, you experience something completely different. Their stories eventually connect into one big adventure. What makes this special is how realistic it feels. The combat moves are based on actual special forces techniques created with help from real soldiers. The animations look incredibly smooth. The cutscenes flow directly into gameplay with no waiting. You can approach situations with pure stealth, close combat, or action-packed confrontations. The game lets you play your own way. EVR Studio has been sharing development videos for years, and the quality looks consistently impressive. This feels like Korea's answer to stealth action games, and the world needs more diverse games like this. Mudong 2 Hearts should come out sometime in 2026. Keep watching for this one. It's going to impress a lot of people. Insomniac Games made the amazing Spider-Man games. Now they're creating a game about Wolverine. Marvel's Wolverine comes out in fall 2026. Important note, this game is designed for older teenagers and adults, not younger kids. You play as Logan, also known as Wolverine. He's the X-Men character with the special metal claws and incredible healing powers. Liam McIntyre voices the character, bringing all the emotion and personality that makes Wolverine such an interesting hero. The story follows Logan searching for answers about his mysterious past. He's trying to remember things he's forgotten and discover secrets about where he came from. The adventure takes him to exciting locations. The game visits multiple places including Madripoor, Canada, and Japan. You'll encounter famous characters like Mystique, Omega Red, and the Sentinels. This exists in the same universe as Insomniac's Spider-Man games, so there might be cool connections. Combat is fast and action-packed. Wolverine's healing factor means he can recover from damage, which makes the gameplay really dynamic. It's built around being a powerful hero with amazing abilities. Expect more details in spring 2026. This is PlayStation's big exclusive for fall, and it looks really impressive. If you're older and love superhero action games, this could be really exciting. It's been over 12 years since GTA 5. That's a really long time. Grand Theft Auto 6 finally arrives November 19th, 2026. Important note, the Grand Theft Auto series is designed for mature adults only, not for kids or young teens. The game features two main characters named Jason and Lucia. This is the first time a main GTA game has let you play as two different protagonists. Their adventure takes place across the entire state of Leonida, which is based on Florida. Leonida includes Vice City, which represents Miami. There are areas like the Grass Rivers, based on the Everglades, and the Leonida Keys, inspired by the Florida Keys. Rockstar has built their largest and most detailed world ever. The game has been delayed twice to make sure everything is perfect. First from 2025 to May 2026, then to November. Rockstar wants to make sure the game is completely polished and ready. There's no PC version at launch. It's console only for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. PC players will probably get it later, just like with previous Rockstar games. When GTA 6 releases, it's going to be one of the biggest game launches ever. It's a huge deal for the gaming industry. After nearly 20 years, Capcom brought back Onimusha. Way of the Sword arrives sometime in 2026, and it looks fantastic. You play as Musashi Miyamoto, a legendary samurai warrior. He's wielding something called the Oni Gauntlet in historic Kyoto, Japan. The city has been affected by dark forces, and creatures called the Genma have appeared. Your mission is to defeat them with incredible sword combat. Here's something important. This is not a super difficult Souls-like game. The director has been very clear about this. They want to make an exciting action game that's challenging, but fair. The focus is on amazing sword fighting and adventure. Combat is more thoughtful than button mashing. You need to watch your opponent's moves and time your attacks perfectly. There's a special counterattack move called Issen that's really satisfying. You can also absorb energy from defeated enemies to become stronger. It uses Capcom's RE engine, which makes everything look beautiful. The game features the likeness of Toshiro Mifune. He was a legendary Japanese actor famous for samurai movies. Capcom worked for 2 years to get permission to use his appearance. That shows how much they care about making this authentic. The game is about 20 hours long. It's focused and tells a complete story without being too long. Capcom has been making incredible games lately. Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, Street Fighter, Devil May Cry. Onimusha Way of the Sword looks like another great addition. If you love action movies, Spine might be perfect for you. This action game from Neki is finally coming in 2026 after years of development. You play as Redline, a street artist in a futuristic cyberpunk city. The city is controlled by an AI system called Tensor. Redline has been given a special combat implant called Spine that gives her amazing fighting abilities. She's searching for her captured brother while going on an incredible adventure. The gameplay combines martial arts with creative combat moves in super stylish ways. You can do movie-like action sequences with smooth, flowing combat. Neki created a special camera system that makes every fight feel like you're watching an action film. There are no awkward cuts or loading screens interrupting the excitement. This started as a multiplayer game back in 2021. Then Neki completely changed it into a single-player story game. That change took extra time, but now the game has a real story instead of just being about fighting. The studio is known for mobile games like Shadow Fight. This is their first major console and PC release. They built it using Unreal Engine 5 and created their own special animation software called Cascadeur to make all the movements look incredibly fluid and realistic. There's already a movie and TV show in development before the game even launches. If the game is successful, Spine could become a big franchise. This one has been in development for years, and it might really surprise everyone when it comes out. 30 years of Tomb Raider. Crystal Dynamics is celebrating by remaking the original game that started it all. Legacy of Atlantis reimagines the 1996 classic for 2026, and it looks absolutely stunning. You play as Lara Croft, the legendary adventurer. She's hunting for ancient artifacts called the Scion Pieces across Peru, Greece, Egypt, and a mysterious Mediterranean island. If you played the original game, you know this story. But Legacy of Atlantis expands everything while keeping the spirit that made Lara an icon. This isn't just prettier graphics. Crystal Dynamics partnered with Flying Wild Hog to completely rebuild the game for modern players. Unreal Engine 5 makes everything look gorgeous. The tombs have been expanded with more puzzles. The challenging parts from the original have been updated to be more fair. Alex Wilton. Regan voices Lara. You might recognize her from Mass Effect 3 or Assassin's Creed Origins. She's voicing both this game and the brand new Tomb Raider Catalyst, coming in 2027. What's most exciting is the return to classic Tomb Raider adventure. Stylish acrobatics, clever puzzles that make you think. Secrets hidden across beautiful locations. This focuses on exploration and discovery. Yes, there's a T-Rex dinosaur encounter. You can't remake the original without the T-Rex. It's one of the most famous moments in gaming history. Amazon Game Studios is publishing this. It's part of their larger Tomb Raider plans that include an upcoming television series. The franchise is making a big comeback. Legacy of Atlantis launches sometime in 2026. If you've never experienced classic Lara Croft adventures, this is the perfect place to start. It's all about exploration, puzzles, and discovering ancient mysteries. 20 incredible games. 2026 is going to be such an exciting year for gaming. With all these different adventures to choose from, there's something for everyone. Subscribe so you don't miss my videos when these games actually come out. Hit the like button if this helped you discover something new and exciting. And seriously, which game looked the coolest to you? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.